Hi guys, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Great day today to do a lovely video on a crystal that over the years that I've worked with it's got different names, but the name we're using today is Lapis lace. It's a beautiful crystal. I've got it around my neck, and one of the things that is one of the things that I noticed very quickly when using this crystal, it had a connection with negative people. It grew from negative people to people who were really causing pain and suffering to others. So what would happen was a client would come, whether it be a man or woman, and they'd be in a bad place because of somebody else's abuse. When that happened, I used to always go for this crystal, thinking it was a crystal that would give them comfort, that would give them freedom. And in truth, it does give them comfort, it does give them freedom, but I noticed something very quickly over the years that, when I say quickly, I mean I saw a pattern, and then over the years it made more sense every time I saw it. I haven't actually used this crystal for a while because I haven't needed it, but as of late, there's been a couple of people on kind of social media who are, a little bit unbalanced, and they you know how people can be sometimes. So I've been wearing this, and it's been helping tremendously, of how to approach certain situations without losing the plot or becoming stronger than the situation, and handle it in a more I guess wise way. So I'm going to introduce you to it here. It's around my neck. And there's a reason why there is a Moldavite and Herkimer behind it. I'll talk to you about that later. So, Lapis lace, there it is. It's beautiful in colour. And actually, when you look at it, I'll give you a second to look at it. When you look at it, it feels extremely calm. Now, what is this crystal really good for? Well, my opinion, it goes against all the books. Most of my crystals do when I talk about them, but this is because a crystal healer has worked with them. So I see the pattern on clients, and a lot of people have confirmed that a lot of the things that I've talked about within crystals that aren't in other crystal books make sense and actually made a huge difference in their life when they got it for that particular reason. So I'm not claiming that I'm just claiming that what I've seen over 15 years of working with certain crystals, there are patterns to certain crystals. So let's get back to it, shall we? This crystal is amazing for anybody suffering with people who are narcissistic, who are to the point of psychopathic, and people who have no heart, people who have no soul, people who just generally are downright evil, right? People who just don't sense what they're doing, the harm they cause for people and to people. So, another nice bike today. Everybody's riding nice bikes. So there you go. This is the beginning of this crystal. We'll talk about it now. So my first, I'm looking at Jessica, who came from across the world to have a healing session. Her situation was incredibly ill, and she's a good friend now. She became very ill because that's what happens. If you live in the company of a narcissistic person, you're going to start to feel pain and suffering. The emotional punchbag turns into bruising, inside turns into almost like a peach, and then when that bruise starts to get bigger and bigger, it turns to a physical. And this is what happened to her. She came to me when she'd been beaten black and blue, not from outside but from inside. And that sometimes can be worse, because being beat outside your face, eventually those bruises disappear, but inside they stay. So I'm slipping off a little bit, but there's reasons for it. She came, and I grabbed a chunk of this, and I believe she still got it to this day. Now she's married to another guy. He's really nice, and she's moved forward from that challenge that we all go through. I guess a lot of us do. So from there, I kind of remember a little boy who came to see me. I'm not going to say his name because we're still friends and all the family, but his father was abusive. I gave him a little piece of this crystal, and that made a difference. He was sleeping better, I was hearing lots of good things, and the father disappeared in the end, which is kind of like, that's one of the things that this does. It kind of gets people away, gets these people out of your life, gets these. That's why I'm wearing it today, because you know there are some pretty people out there who are a little bit off balance, chemically imbalanced, or just a little bit crazy. It's good to wear this crystal because it keeps them away. And it does, it works, it really, really works, especially at work, if you're in the working environment of, like I said, narcissistic people, psychopathic tendencies, all the things that you look at and think, geez, there's something really wrong with this person. And you can't fight with them, you can't argue with them, you can't talk to them. The only thing you can do is hope that they'll leave you alone. So, if you're in a relationship, that's really challenging, but I say this crystal really helps. Now, how does it help? Okay, so I did say that, you know, it's got that feeling of calmness when you wear it, but I think it has something greater than that. I think it helps you face your trauma, your issues, and it helps you become stronger than them, and then to be able to move forward in a direction where you will not be hurt anymore. So it's almost like it gives you an incredible energy boost to help you recognize yourself, see your strength, see the problems that are around you and face them and move on from them. So hang on a second, truck go by. I'm going to hold it for a second. You can instantly feel an energy of healing within on a physical level too, which is a really good thing. I guess if you're feeling you're physically being fixed, then the rest of the body will clear the emotions and the sadness. And some people disagree with me on that point, but I think if your body is physically doing well, if your body is healing and becoming stronger in a physical way, then the energy from the physical will disappear from that particular place and then work on the other energy of emotions, and it will heal the emotions from there. That's my take anyway. Some people disagree with that, but that's okay. This is just my take. So yeah, where do we go from there? You know, ultimately I said it brings calmness, but I think a lot of it is bringing freedom, and the feeling that you get when you hold it is that you feel free, inner peace, and that you don't really want to be involved in issues, problems, and you don't want to get involved with people who are always causing anger, fighting and abuse. So it's like you're stepping away from that, or you're recognizing what you don't want in your life anymore. So it brings the inner lion out, even though it is a flow crystal, even though it helps you spread your wings and fly. But you can only do that when you find the inner strength to be able to take that leap of faith from that narcissistic relationship that you could be in. If you know somebody who's in a relationship with somebody who is narcissistic, then this is a great crystal to send them to wear. It does its own work. You don't need to do anything with it. The only thing I would suggest is if you are in a really bad situation and you want to speed things up very quickly, then place a Moldavite with Herkimer diamond next to it, and whoa, it sure blasts the energy and heightens all of the things that I think this crystal does. So it's a great alignment crystal for Herkimer and for Moldavite. So this is my choice today of one of the most powerful crystals to wear if you're in a relationship with a narcissistic person, somebody with no soul, somebody who's going through emotional stress, somebody who's addicted to drugs, somebody who's addicted to alcohol. If you want to get away from that, then this is the crystal. Hang on. Sorry guys, it's always when I actually set up here, it's very, very quiet, nobody's here, and then as soon as I start a video, everybody comes. Like, there's people behind me here, loads, like watching. There's all, you know, there's people walking up and down, and it's called a normal day. That's what happens. It's very hard for me to find places where it's going to be perfect for 15-20 minutes, so do bear with me on these videos. They're not perfect made videos where I've got a cast and crew and sounding and lighting. It's just a normal video of a normal guy sharing his experiences over the years with crystals, and sometimes what happens after that and how those crystals help people become stronger and move on. And that's it really, guys. So this crystal is fantastic for bringing in the new. If you want to clear the old, bring in the new, and you want to find the inner strength to be able to do that and to face up to any bully, narcissistic person, whatever you want to call them, the ones who are totally out of balance in life, and you know there's not much help you can give them even though you may have tried, or just plainly you want to get them to stay away from you. Wear one of these. It does two things. It not only gives you the strength to move on, but it also keeps these people away and brings them some form of, I don't know, whether it's positive energy that makes them run away, because any narcissistic person, if you show them love, they'll run as fast as anything, or they'll be off. So I think that's it really. It's a good crystal. I don't think I've ever shown you this crystal because it's been many years since I've had it, but it came up again a few months ago. I found it, and I found a few of them, so they should be on my website in the next few days, because I worked on them, and they should be ready soon. So keep an eye on my website. Hopefully I'll put a link below, and if not, then give your crystal shop a heads up with this crystal and ask them if they've got any lapis lace, and see what they say. Okay, good luck, and I hope if you are in that kind of relationship, good luck to you guys. You're in my heart, you really are. Sometimes it is a challenge, but hey, give it a go, see what happens, and let me know, because it certainly worked for my clients. Okay guys, take care, have a lovely day from Bali. Thank you for going to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com and choosing one of the crystals that I've worked upon over the years. Thanks a lot guys, take care. Bye.